Welcome back, dear viewers. And this evening at this Eid, we're joined by Hanouf Mohammed, a life coach here in our beautiful state of Kuwait. Good evening to you, Hanouf. It's such a pleasure to be
Good
talking to you.
evening. It's amazing to be here again.
It's really amazing to have you on this as we are celebrating Eid al-Fitr. And we'd love to know all about Eid as it is a repentance and meaning, and people rejoice with their families. What do you have to say to the people?
I want to remind people, regardless whatever circumstances we may be going through, to really celebrate the unity and festivity of Eid. Feel it. It's more like a soul connection. It's more like something given to you by God to really celebrate Ramadan and fasting it, thank God, and all the celebrations you did in Ramadan actually comes forth in Eid. So I really, really recommend you feel the festivities of Eid.
Yes, definitely. Some beautiful messages here for you, dear viewers, from our coach, Hanouf. And you know, coach, sometimes children are being granted or being given some idea for their effort in fasting Ramadan. What do you have to say to these
I
families?
say that it's not just children. Who wouldn't want the idea, whether you're a kid or an adult? Getting a token of love and appreciation and care is for everyone, I believe. For sure, it's for the kids, but I see these customs happen in families, even for adults, and I think it's beautiful to maintain such an event so that everyone lives the festivities of it.
Yes, definitely. And now these children, Hanouf, are hearing some new things for their ears. And how do you advise the parents to make them feel more safe?
I am fully aware of what you're meaning, and I really want to say, regardless whatever circumstances we go through in life, it's very important to teach ourselves how to remain calm in a situation because your nervous system needs to be regulated. You will not be able to make a rational decision when you're panicking or when
Okay.
you're sad. Things to help you go to that stage because it's easier said than done. First of all, yaqeen. Yaqeen that nothing that's not meant to happen will not happen. Second of all, positivity and tafa'ul. Feeling and knowing if I choose to look at the negative side, I will find so much of negativity. I look at the positives and I make my brain see the positives so my nervous system calms down and therefore I'm able to see what I survived and this too shall pass. And it's in human nature that we go through cycles. Not
Yes.
knowing or having the elasticity to go through hardships is something we need to train ourselves on because that's what we want to pass our children. They're looking, they're observing. If they see us a nervous wreck, if they see that we're panicking, we will let them inherit how to panic instead of just be calm. Whatever happens shall happen. Let's not go and jump to conclusions because, as the Holy Quran said, خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانَ هَلُوعًا. It means that we are created by nature that if something bad happens, we really jump to conclusions and freak out. And that's not necessary and it's useless. If freaking
Yes.
out helps, I'll be the first one to freak out.
Yes, definitely. As you said, Hanouf, building a positive and calm state of mind during this blessed Eid after the holy blessed month of Ramadan builds such a positive effect on the children. And especially if they kind of remove the telephone a little bit from their hand and focus maybe on something else, maybe buying some things with their idea, like a PlayStation maybe, or some games.
Definitely. I really salute the tactic of having fun just because we're going through hardships. Actually, having fun is much more needed. You need to regulate in whatever activity you can have. And here is where I recommend your flexibility. If you can't like travel or do something like what you're used to due to situations or budget or whatever, then find the second best thing and the third best thing and the fourth best thing. This is also a beautiful time to reflect on each individual's flexibility and what's your backup plans. Where is actually your backup plan? If you are stuck in a certain situation and if your idealism of fun is a certain path, then you have a problem because life is about change, life is about circumstance, not knowing how to, as I previously said, be like a willow and bend and go with the flow will put you at a problem. And that's what I'm sure you don't want. You want to have the flexibility and the capacity to be able to cope. Every human being has different coping mechanisms. However, work on yours to be able to regulate during times of crisis.
Yes, as you said, Hanouf, our dear viewers, I'm sure they're meant to be traveling if they had plans, but now they're celebrating Eid al-Fitr here in our beautiful state of Kuwait. Dear viewers, if you're celebrating Eid, I'm sure you're waking up in the morning, having your Eid cakes and sweets with your beautiful family. And Hanouf, what do you have to say for the families to keep the joyfulness alive and during Eid?
I think look at your sources. Is really, if you're not able to travel or to do the things you're used to do, is that all you can find sources of happiness? Are you not able to look at other forms and sources of happiness from within? Do a little bit of self-reflection. What if I can't have what I had? What if suddenly one day I wake up, I can't walk, I lost my eyesight? Just a small imagination technique just to show you what would you do? What would you have? Where is your self-work? Because life is funny that way. It can take something and give it to you as simple as it does. How are you as a human being able to function with that? Because if something is taken away from you and you really don't know how to cope, that puts you in denial and in depression, the 2 Ds, which you don't want, because let's not open the Pandora's box for that pandemic. I see it going through that lane of denying a certain situation or a setback will put you as an individual in a huge downfall, spiraling only downwards.
All right, and especially towards the beautiful children that we have here in
Definitely.
Kuwait.
We want to set a good example, do we not? We don't want our kids to inherit our mental disorders. We want them to inherit our strength, our ability to let go, our courage. We want them to see courage in our eyes because it is inherited. When they see fear, it's really how a child would, it's just like a small little baby. Whatever emotional state you show that child, if you laugh, the child will laugh. If you cry, the child will cry. You're the leader of that pack. And if you show them the feelings that you have not worked on and you have not dealt with, they will reflect on them. If you show them anger, you will have angry babies. If you show them sadness, fear, you will have fearful, sad babies. Show them courage, show them faith, show them honor, show them dignity, because that's what we want to pass on through generations.
Definitely, and I'm sure the beautiful children have also learned from their parents during the blessed month of Ramadan more about the Holy Quran, as you mentioned, from recitations, from going to the mosque with their parents. And I'm sure there's a lot of different simple activities that our children can have during the Eid. What simple activities, Hanouf, would you advise them to do?
Coloring. Let's go back to old time. There are phones, there are iPads, there are Xboxes. You can color, you can do some handwork. It helps you relieve stress. Playing outside, playing indoors, activities, Monopoly, cards. You could do so much. Let's not tie the fact, if I don't travel, it's not fun. This is a blast from the past for us, that simple things used to make us have fun, and it could still make us have fun. It's just a mindset. We think that just traveling or doing certain things or doing extreme things will help us become really happy, but does it really?
No, not really. To be
It's a
honest, I would
mindset.
love to be drawing. Maybe I'll take this as a new activity
Definitely,
to do.
definitely. It's just a mindset. We assume it's just projected onto us that that's the road of happiness. That's how it's projected. But it's not really. Happiness is really from within. If you're not happy, it doesn't matter if you're in the Maldives or if you're like in the middle of rock bottom, you will be unhappy. If you're happy in both situations, you will be happy. It's purely a mindset. Happiness is something you need to regulate and work on, and it comes from being content. Contentment is where you become happy, and letting go. I should know what's within my control and what's not within my control.
Yes.
Once I start controlling things that are out of my control, that's how I open another Pandora's box.
Yes, as you mentioned, Pandora's box and the 2 Ds of depression. And what's the other one?
It's depression and denial.
All right.
Once you deny, once you reject, you start to become very depressed, because accepting acceptance, taslim, is something hugely important in every, it's in our religion, it's in every aspect. What you cannot change, let go, open your hand. It's not yours to change. If it's bigger than you, then it's not yours to fix. Stop holding on to problems that are too much weighted for you to fix. It's like going to the gym and lifting way more than what your back can carry. Just because you want to show yourself as strong, you will definitely break your back.
Yes.
You're made to hold a certain capacity. No matter how macho you want to seem, I don't think you can hold 1,000 kgs. That's too much. There are things bigger for us to worry about. Therefore, we limit our worries. So we make a choice. Today, 1, 2, 3 is my worry. I'm not gonna let my nervous system be worried about the whole world, because that's not my job to worry about. There are lots of aspects. I worry about what I can change.
Yes.
That's more than enough for my nervous system to stay regulated.
Yes, they say, as they say, think outside the box and look inside the box
Yes,
for your
definitely.
happiness.
Definitely.
All right, and since Hanouf, we're focusing on children and our lovely parents watching us here today, how would you advise the parents to encourage their children on
My
kindness?
lovely parents, my advice to you is that you are allowed to feel scared, you're allowed to cry, you're allowed to feel stressed, but please, away from the kids and deal with it. These kids should see, because they have no one to look up to, and they're not as emotionally mature as you as an adult.
Yes.
So our effect will counter effect so much on them negatively. And we should know how to regulate, get therapy, get online, try to find someone, a confidant, go to somewhere where you can relieve yourself. Please don't take it out on the kids. They're not emotionally equipped to handle so much stress. They're not adults. They have the right to be kids. It's not fair that they live our battles and our worries. Again, it's like giving that poor little child way more burdens than they could carry. It's their haqq to play and have fun and not be stressed. Just because we're stressed, because we understand the seriousness of the situation, does not mean we have to pass on the stress to them. They're allowed to have fun. Please allow your kids to have fun.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Coach Hanouf. And dear viewers, I'm sure you also agree with our lovely coach here giving us all kinds of beautiful advice on Hala Kuwait. Therefore, dear viewers, we shall take a short break with this report. Stay tuned so we can ask Coach Hanouf more questions. And we are back, dear viewers, in this beautiful evening of Eid al-Fitr with Coach Hanouf Mohammed, a life coach here on Hala Kuwait. It's such a pleasure to be talking to you, Coach.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Coach, you know, in these times, people are anxious. How can friends and family support each other?
Mostly by not looking too much into the news and not following up too much on negativity, breathing, drinking lots of water, exercising, acting like it's a normal day, because your brain will not register. If you fill it with so much of information and fear, your amygdala response will activate and you will constantly be in high levels of cortisol. Trust me, you don't want that. You are opening another Pandora's box. And after, let's say, this shall pass, and I have faith it will definitely pass, and it has passed, let's just manifest that. But your dysregulated, damaged nervous system is going to be an eternal problem you will have to face. Problems, disasters, catastrophes come and go. It's from the beginning of time. However, your health is something you won't be easily able to get back.
Yes.
It's a really strong gift. Your mental health is the source of hundreds of problems. I stand here today to give awareness to that, because lots of sicknesses, cancer, colon, anxiety, depression start from your nervous system.
Definitely.
You don't know the mixture you set out for your addiction. I can go on and on. The mixture you set out just because you're consciously or subconsciously afraid. You're constantly on attack, flight, or fight mode. Do you know what that damage could do to you on a long term?
It does.
I wouldn't want to entertain that. So staying calm in whatever situation is the advice I give every single human being out there.
All right, and I'm sure protecting the mental health, as you said, is a must.
Is excruciatingly important. You wouldn't even be able to take a rational decision if you're not calm. No, if crisis actually hits, God forbid, if you're dysregulated and if you're scared, you wouldn't be able to take a rational decision. You wouldn't be able to save yourself. Remaining calm is a must.
Yes, and Coach Hanouf, you know, my parents usually say, "Oh, you don't even see anything yet. This is nothing. Just be cool." And I'm even seeing the people like they're not even rushing to the cooperation or the
Oh, good,
societies.
good, good, good,
Yeah, so this
good.
is really pleasant to see.
Yes, because we have faith who is protecting us, who is there for us, who is taking care of us. We have faith. When you have such a strong back, that should reflect on you. You should know who is protecting you. That's more than enough.
All right, and I'm sure our dear viewers watching us here today want to have from you some advice on how can they really protect their peace of mind while also being aware of what's
Thank you
happening.
for that beautiful question, which I would love to disclose. Stop watching so much of news that will create brain fog and panic. Stop talking about it. Energy goes is where energy flows. Stop talking about it. Just be updated. Don't be naive. Have simple updates. Take your precautions. Go on with your life like nothing has happened. Because
Yes.
nothing has actually happened to you. It's just happening around you. And it's a very maintainable thing. Yes, be aware, but don't be too aware and too in tuned and too freaked out, because you won't be able to help yourself in that mental state. It's very self-damaging.
Yes, definitely. And I'm sure Allah Almighty
It's
stands with
protecting all
us.
of us. Yes, we have the best of everything on our side, and let's just look into that.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. And I'm sure, dear viewers, you're enjoying all the advice that Coach Hanouf is providing for you, really, and for us. And therefore, Coach, what small habits can people do to keep positive?
Breathing and somatic exercises, the NFT tapping is really important. And the lateral tapping, because your subconscious does not know whether it's someone or actually you're being comforted. So your subconscious mind will register it as a source of comfort, especially for those that do not like to be touched. I invite you to do it. No one has to see you, just the lateral breathing and then just reciting a Quran or a verse to just help you regulate, stay hydrated, and again, stop talking about it. The more you see something, the more you panic.
All right, so this is a new technique that people
Yes,
should
because graphics
inherit.
affects us. That's why anything graphical, actually you would get asked that this scene is graphical. Would you proceed? You want to watch it at your own risk? Be
Yes,
aware of what you put in your eyes and brain and ears. That
yes,
could really damage you for life.
definitely. I advise also my friends and family that they should take a look at something else, like videos
Yes, give your
that they
mind a
can
break.
benefit from, really.
Yes, definitely. Your brain deserves a break. Your nervous system deserves to stay regulated. Imagine having a nervous system on attack mode every single day. How would you be? Even if danger isn't there, it will register every single thing as a threat and danger, even if it passes, because you've trained it to be on alert.
All right,
So
and
you don't want to PTSD after a situation, trust me.
all
The
right,
post-traumatic trauma is real, and it happens when we don't know how to stay regulated in crisis.
yes, and
That's where we get it.
Coach, what do you have to say? Like, would you advise people to like maybe close their phone for a day or two and
Yes,
see
just
how it
listen
goes?
to. We have a beautiful way of receiving news. You don't have to see it graphically. You have it. You have notifications. You have formal place. Look at it written. I love the newspaper days. Now everything's too graphical. It's too scary. It's too visual. It's too AI. That's too much for the human brain to handle. It's a big capacity. I like the days where my grandfather used to read the news through newspaper. Less stimulation. Don't stimulate your brain with so much of graphics and, of course, generated things. And of course, you can't trust everything out there on social media unless it's from a
Yes.
formal place. Of course, you're going to get terrified.
All right, and
It's
the,
normal. It's a normal reaction.
definitely, I'm sure our dear viewers would love to look at anything really rather than graphic content, as you mentioned.
Please don't.
All right, so how can parents really build a unity relationship and solidarity and
Comforting their
resilience
kids,
also?
using this time to spend. And I feel this is a responsibility for every parent listening to me. Train your kids on how to have more courage and be strong. They're watching. they're going to take a straight, direct order from you. Train them how to be more courageous and show the next generations how to face any crisis that comes at their face.
All right. And how should parents really celebrate this Eid with the community and also with the
Showing
children?
them, يعني, as the saying verse, the أعقلها وتوكل. You take care of what should be taken care of, and you let it be. You shouldn't be so in-looped with everything that you're too terrified to live your life. Let them live their lives. It's still, life is still going. Don't stop it.
Yes,
No matter
definitely.
what crisis hits, just proceed. It shall pass, inshallah.
Inshallah, life is always good, Coach Hanouf, listening to your
Definitely.
advice. And Coach Hanouf, would love to hear a real positive, hopeful message from you to our dear viewers today celebrating Eid.
It's Eid. It's a time to rejoice. It's a time to celebrate the beautiful practices we did in Ramadan, and have faith in your Creator that He is the most just. And really, this is a beautiful time to practice your faith in your Creator. Where do you stand? Do you really believe that you are safe and protected, or is it just something you say? That's a self-reflective question I really want you to reflect on.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Coach Hanouf, for your lovely messages for us and our dear viewers today celebrating Eid.
It's my pleasure.
The pleasure is
Happy Eid
ours.
to all.
Inshallah. Happy Eid to you too also.
Thank you.
And so therefore, dear viewers, let's all thank the coming of Hanouf Mohammed, a life coach here in our beautiful state of Kuwait, on Hala Kuwait. And therefore, dear viewers, we shall take a look at this next report, so stay tuned.